In the village of Umudim, there lived a girl called Amelia. If beauty was a crown, then Amelia wore it from birth. Her waist was slim like palm wine gourd, her hips curved like New Year mounds, and her skin glowed as if the sun had made a covenant with her. But beauty made her proud. She believed beauty was only for a man with dollars. When young men in the village tried to woo her, she would run away laughing and saying, "I reject poverty." She never ran errands at home. If her mother asked her to fetch water, Amelia would stretch her painted fingers and say, "Me? Carry bucket? Do you want the sun to spoil this beauty God took time to design?" When she walked to the market, she moved like a peacock, showing its feathers, twisting her waist until men dropped their yams on the floor by mistake. And if she caught anyone staring, she would hiss loudly, "Look well, oh, but don't dream. This beauty is for dollars, not for your kobo change." Her friends adored her. Sometimes Amelia would gather them under the mango tree and boast, "You people will see. I will not marry any poor man. I will marry a rich man with cars, convoy, and bodyguards. When that day comes, I will remember you." Her friends clapped for her as if she had already married the governor. Suitors began to come, but Amelia dismissed them all. Farmer? No. Teacher? Never. Trader? Abomination. "I am too beautiful to marry a man that eats garri without milk," she would say. Her mother pleaded, "Amelia, beauty fades, but a good man lasts. Stop rejecting every man." But Amelia folded her arms. "I'd rather stay unmarried than marry a man who cannot afford maids to carry my slippers." One hot afternoon, the sound of car horns filled the village. Convoy. Cars long like snakes rolled in, raising dust that covered even the palm trees. At the center was a black jeep, and out stepped a man dressed in white agbada, gold wristwatch shining like fire, shoes polished until the sun used them as mirror. Women peeped from windows. Men stood with mouths open. Chickens even stopped scratching the ground. The man cleared his throat and spoke. "I am Chief Nana. I came for Amelia's hand in marriage." Amelia's heart danced. She smiled until her dimples nearly touched her ears. "This is it. My dream man has come."
Bride price was paid that very day. Amelia waved her friends goodbye with pride and followed her husband into his convoy. The whole village whispered, "Amelia has made it. Amelia has entered paradise." But paradise had another face. Chief's mansion was bigger than any Amelia had ever imagined. Marble floors, glass staircase, rooms with doors she was not allowed to open. He told her, "You have everything here. No need to go out anyhow like a market woman." At first, Amelia laughed. She thought it was love. But slowly, she realized she had not married a husband. She had married a master. There was a family room. Nobody must give money to outsiders. Even in-laws were outsiders. The money could buy cars, clothes, parties, but never medicine for her sick parents or school fees for her cousins. Anyone who took their money wrongly, they said, would die mysteriously. Amelia cried the first day she tried to give her mother money and her husband snatched it away. "Don't ever try that again," he warned. "Our wealth is not for strangers, even your parents. Forget them." She realized she was rich, but her wealth was like water in a calabash with a cover. She could see it, but not drink it. Worse still, mirrors were forbidden in the mansion. Chief said it was part of the covenant that brought their wealth. He added, a woman should not waste time looking at herself every day. Amelia nearly fainted. She, who used to admire her face 10 times before fetching firewood, could no longer see her reflection at all. Each time she touched her smooth skin, she asked herself, "Am I still beautiful, or has my beauty died?" One evening, Amelia begged softly, "Chief, can I at least visit my mother? She has been sick." Chief looked up from his phone and said coldly, "Didn't I tell you? You are no longer a village girl running up and down. Stay in this house." Her chest tightened. That night she stared at her wedding ring and whispered, Is this what I begged God for? She tried to endure, but her beauty, once her pride, became her prison. She had fine clothes but no friends. She had gold bangles but no laughter. She had money but could not touch it. The last straw came when her husband threw a grand dinner for business partners. As Amelia served like a maid, one of the guests showed photos on his tablet. There was Chief smiling on a yacht with another woman, lipstick red, hand on his chest. They laughed about it in front of her. Chief only smiled and said, "She's just a friend." That night, Amelia cried bitterly and remembered her mother's words, "Beauty fades, but a good man does not fade." Weeks passed. Amelia grew thin, her laughter gone. One morning, she stood by the window looking at the sky. A bird flew past, free, light, careless. She sighed, "Even a bird has more freedom than me." That evening, while Chief snored on the couch, Amelia removed her heavy jewelry, slipped off her wedding ring, and placed it gently beside the remote. She whispered, not with anger, but with peace, "Thank you for showing me what I never want again." She packed a small bag, her old journal, and walked quietly out. No tears, no screaming, just the soft sound of the gate closing. Amelia returned to the village. No convoy, no gold ring, not even designer clothes, just a faded wrapper, dusty slippers, and her small bag balanced on her head like a market woman returning from Onitsha market. The villagers froze. Whispers spread like harmattan fire. Is this not Amelia, our former queen of convoy? Madame Stella, the woman whose mouth was sharper than a village bell, adjusted her loose wrapper and shouted, "Amelia, eh? Even me, that my husband drinks garri without groundnut, I have never carried my bag on my head for one day. You that used to shine like pepper in stew, see you now, dry fish without oil." The villagers burst at laughter. Children ran behind Amelia, clapping and singing, "Convoy, convoy, where is your motor convoy?" Amelia's parents rushed out, tears of joy mixed with shame. They embraced her tightly. Her mother asked with trembling voice, "My daughter, what happened?" Amelia dropped her bag, wiped the sweat from her face and sighed deeply. Mama, only Baba God saved me from that house. What I suffered there, may you never know." That night, the gossip fire burnt bright. One man said she married riches but came back poorer than the village drummer. Meanwhile, Chief in his big mansion was lying on a sofa, another young woman feeding him suya. He laughed loudly and told his friends, "That Amelia? Forget her. Women fool everywhere like okra in rainy season. If I want 50 today, I go marry them." And so, Amelia became the talk of the town. Her story used to warn stubborn daughters at moonlight tales. The eye that rejects common soup for only pepper soup will one day go hungry. Not all that glitters is blessing. Sometimes it is wahala in disguise.